Welcome to the Book of Enoch, where we're going through the Book of Enoch, verse by verse, because Enoch is by far the best example, if not really one of the only examples in detail, at least, of what it'll be like in the days of Noah. Just like Jesus told us it will be like in the last days. And I believe it's incredibly important to go through this book, to see what it is he saw, not just physically, but spiritually as well, because Jude even quotes him and calls him a prophet. So it's important that we understand kind of what it is that he actually saw. Not saying it belongs in the Bible, not saying it doesn't. I just want to know what he saw. And as we've gone through this, 7 angels have taken him up and they have shown him kind of the place of creation of God. They have shown him the principalities of wickedness that are on this earth, and then he shows them the jail that they're going to in the end times. And what we're seeing now is he's about to talk about the angels that have taken him. There's 7 of them, because there's 7 principalities of wickedness, 7 angels who have fallen. And now we have, 7 wicked angels, those were those 7 mountains. And now we have 7 good angels, and there's 7 good mountains as well. But these angels have different roles, and it's fascinating to see their names and kind of what they do on this earth. Really incredible stuff. And once we're gone through all this, we'll then hit each angel one by one and talk about their roles. We're just going to look at all 7 of them today. So we're just going to pick it up where we left off after he had seen the jail, the place of darkness, the fire, all that stuff, the end of heaven and earth. And he said, he declares only his eyes, his human eyes will see this, because this is a place for only fallen angels. And then we see this in chapter 20. And these are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels who is over the world and over Tartarus. Raphael, one of the holy angels who is over the spirits of men. Raguel, one of the holy angels who takes vengeance on the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, to wit, he that is set over the best part of mankind and over chaos. Serachiel, one of the holy angels who is set over the spirits who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, one of the holy angels who is over paradise and the serpents of the cherubim. Ramiel, one of the holy angels whom God set over those who rise. All right, I'm going to pause there. This is fascinating stuff because, throughout the entire Word of God, and also what we're seeing right now, is angels are around us. They're, just like demons are everywhere, angels are everywhere too, and it is a war. There is a war going on around us. And just like demons can take on human form, angels can too. Hebrews even tells us that some have entertained angels unaware. There's these moments in time where you might be talking to a human, or you think you're talking to a human, but you're really talking to an angel or a demon, which is a fallen angel. So their powers are to some degree equivalent, other than the power of God, who, obviously is behind the angels. Now, but as far as just their natural created powers, they're the same beings, other than Satan, which is a little bit different, but he was that center mountain. But anyhow, these 7 angels are here on earth, and they all have a purpose. They all have a role. And it's incredibly important. We kind of really, because once you start to see the spiritual war, here's the thing about a spiritual war, and I believe this from the bottom of my heart, that what you see in the spiritual war is kind of up to you. There's a lot of people who, they just are walking, oh, why is this happening? Why is that happening? That's weird. Why is all this terrible stuff happening to me? Why do I have all these bad feelings? Why am I thinking all these hateful thoughts? Why am I so tempted to do these things that I'm trying not to do? It's a battle over you, literally. Like, we were given dominion over the earth. And then the angels, when they fell, there was no place for them. So this is where they dwell until they go to that prison. And So they're with us, unfortunately. They're with us. And what we're looking at is we're looking at a moment in time where it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So if you can begin to see the spiritual war, like just kind of first accept it's real. And then when you begin to see the things happening, you can almost see which angel is kind of over that thing, if that makes sense. And it gives me hope to know that God has put somebody in charge of that stuff. And they are warriors. These angels they're warriors. They're here fighting on our behalf. And these are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels who is over the world and over Tartarus. Raphael, one of the holy angels who is over the spirits of men. Raguel, one of the holy angels who takes vengeance on the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, to wit, he that is set over the best part of mankind and over chaos. Saraquel, one of the holy angels who is set over the spirits who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, one of the holy angels who is set over paradise and the serpents and the cherubim. Ramiel, one of the holy angels whom God set over those who rise. And it's incredibly important that we take some time to really study each one of these out, which is what we're going to do over the next 7 episodes. So thanks for joining us. I'd love your thoughts on it, but definitely the first thing we need to do is just recognize, first and foremost, this is happening. It's around us, and it's really happening. And then after that, begin to try to understand it. Well, why is it happening? What is more powerful, this or that thing? How is it that you could get rid of this stuff? How can you it's important. If you're just pretending it's not real, you're a victim in it. And you're probably playing the victim too. But once you recognize that it's actually a real thing, you can then begin to take part in it. On the offense and on the defense. It's important that we understand that we can do stuff about this. We don't have to be victims in this war.